My beloved child, stop for a moment and hear me. I, your Father, your Creator, am calling to you today with a heart overflowing with love. I see you, every weary step you take, every tear that falls in the quiet of the night, every burden that weighs heavy on your soul. You are not forgotten, not for a single breath. Perhaps you've wondered if I've turned away, when your body aches with the years, when the bed feels empty without the one you loved, when the world seems to rush past and leave you behind. But I say to you now, I am closer than the air you breathe, nearer than your own heartbeat. I have a message for you, one woven just for your heart, a promise that will carry you through the shadows. Stay with me, listen to my voice to the end, and I will show you the wonders of my care, the strength I've placed within you, and the light waiting beyond this moment. I am your shepherd, and I have not lost sight of you. I will lead you beside still waters, even when the storms rage, and I will restore your soul with a peace the world cannot take away. Will you trust me, my child? Will you walk with me through these words? I see the mornings when you rise with stiffness in your bones, longing for the strength of youth. I see the evenings when you sit alone, missing the voice of a spouse or the laughter of a friend who's gone to be with me. These are not signs of my absence, but invitations to lean closer to me, for I am the one who knit you together and counts every hair on your head. My child, there is a shadow that has lingered near you, a snake that coils around your peace, seeking to steal the joy I have promised you. This snake may not always wear a human face, though sometimes it does. Perhaps a friend who turned away, a child who drifted far, or a voice that once lifted you up but now cuts you down. Yet often, it is the trials of this world, the frailty of your body that betrays you, the silence where loved ones once stood, the doubts that whisper in the night when sleep won't come. I see how these burdens have drained you, how they pressed upon your spirit like a heavy cloak. I know the days when you've stood at the window, watching life move on without you, wondering if your prayers rise unheard. Perhaps you felt abandoned, as though I've left you to face the years alone. But hear me now. Nothing escapes my sight, and no corner of your heart is hidden from my love. I know the moments when you've stumbled, when the doctor's words struck like a stone, when the chair across the table stayed empty too long, when obstacles rose like mountains before you, blocking the dreams you once held dear. Maybe you tried to mend a broken bond, only to find coldness in return. Maybe you sought rest, but pain kept you awake. Yet through it all, I have been with you, my hand shielding you even when you could not see my face. Consider this, my child. When you felt weakest, when the loneliness seemed too much to bear, did you not feel a quiet strength stir within you? That was me holding you up. When the sickness came, and yet you found the will to rise another day, that was my breath in your lungs. I have not let you fall, for you are mine, and I carry you when the road grows steep. I see the night you sat with an old photograph, tracing the face of someone I called home to me, your heart aching with, why? I see the morning you gripped the railing, afraid your legs would fail, yet you whispered my name and took another step. These struggles are not your defeat, but the soil where I plant my grace. Like a seed buried in darkness, you are being shaped for a bloom the world cannot yet see. When the snake of doubt hisses, speak my name aloud. Jesus, be with me, and feel my peace settle over you. When loneliness strikes, open your heart to me in a simple prayer. Father, hold me close, and I will wrap you in my arms. But my child, these shadows will not have the last word. I am the one who brings light from darkness, and I am moving even now to set you free. Let me show you my justice, my power, over all that stands against you. My beloved child, I have seen every force that works against you, every shadow that dares to dim the light I have placed within you, whether it be the envy of another who smiles yet harbors resentment, the sting of betrayal from one you trusted, or the heavy hand of life itself pressing down with sickness, loss, or weariness. These things cannot hide from me. I am the one who sees all, and nothing slips through the grasp of my watchful eyes. I know the wounds these struggles have left upon you. Perhaps it was a word spoken in malice, cutting deeper than you let on, a friend who turned away when you needed them most, or a family member whose promises faded into silence. Or perhaps it was the unrelenting march of time, stealing your strength, or the sudden storm of illness that shook your faith. Whatever form this opposition takes, I tell you this: it has not gone unnoticed, and it will not stand unchallenged before me. I am the one who searches hearts and minds, the judge of all the earth who does what is right. I have uncovered what seeks to pull you down, every hidden scheme, every whispered lie, every burden meant to break you. Those who wish you harm, whether they wear the mask of kindness or wield the weight of circumstance, they will not prevail. I see the tears you've shed in secret, the nights you've cried out wondering why, and I say to you now, your pain has a purpose, and I am turning it for your good. For I have spoken, and my word stands forever. What is sown in darkness will return to those who cast it forth. If another has planted seeds of bitterness against you, perhaps a neighbor who envied your quiet faith, or a voice that mocked your perseverance, their harvest will be their own to reap. If the trials of this world have struck you, the doctor's grim report, the empty place at your table, the loneliness that echoes in your home, I am greater still. Their plans, their power, their weight crumble before me like dust before the wind, and their time of reckoning has come. Think back, my child, to the moments when you felt the tide turn, when a cruel word fell flat, when a door closed only for a better one to open, when your spirit rose despite the odds. That was my hand at work, scattering the schemes arrayed against you. I have not let these shadows triumph, for I am your defender, your shield, the one who fights for you when you cannot fight alone. Even when you could not see, I was breaking the chains you didn't know bound you. Do not fear that justice delays, for my timing is perfect. I see the one who turned from you in your hour of need, and I know their heart. I see the sickness that tests your body, and I hold its limits in my grasp. I see the losses that haunt your days, and I am gathering every tear. What they meant to harm you, I am weaving into a story of redemption, a tapestry where every thread, even the darkest, shines with my glory. Rest in this truth, my beloved. No force in heaven or on earth can undo what I have purposed for you. The snake that coils around your peace, be it a person's deceit or life's relentless trials, has met its match in me. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. And I declare over you, you are mine, and no weapon formed against you will prosper. I see the friend who promised to stand by you, yet vanished when your health faltered, leaving you to wonder what you did wrong. I see the day you received that diagnosis, your hands trembling as you held the paper, fearing the future. I see the quiet afternoons when you stare at the chair your spouse once filled, the silence louder than any storm. These are not victories for your foes, but battlegrounds where I claim my triumph. Like the waves that roared before my voice and grew still, so too will these struggles bow before my will. For I am making a way where there seems to be none. When you feel the sting of betrayal or the crush of hardship, whisper to me, Father, you see me and know that I do. When fear rises, hold fast to this. I am your rock, and I will not let you be shaken beyond what I have prepared you to endure. And now, my child, because I have overcome these shadows, I call you to rise with me. Let me empower you with my strength, guide you with my voice, and lead you into the fullness I have promised. Hear me as I show you the way forward. Listen to me, my precious child. I have placed my voice within you, a quiet flame burning in the depths of your spirit. When the winds of doubt howl, when sickness clouds your days, when loneliness wraps around you like a shroud, or when the shadows of loss linger too long, feel that gentle nudge, that whisper in your heart. That is I, your Father, speaking to guide you away from harm, calling you back to the shelter of my wings. I know you've heard me before, even if you didn't always recognize my voice. Perhaps it was the morning you woke with a hymn on your lips, though the night had been heavy with worry. Or the time you felt a sudden peace wash over you as you sat in silence, gazing at the world I made. That was my spirit moving within you, stirring your soul to trust me, to cling to me when the ground beneath you trembles. I am nearer than you know, and I am speaking even now. Will you listen? Come to me in prayer, for in my presence you will find a peace that surpasses all understanding. A stillness that holds you steady when the storms rage, when the night grows long and your body aches, when memories of those you've lost flood your mind. Speak to me. Say, Lord, I need you, be my strength, and I will lift your spirit as surely as I raise the sun to chase away the dark. Tell me of your fears, the twinge in your chest that keeps you awake, the quiet house that echoes with absence, and I will fill those hollow places with my love, a balm for every wound. Open your heart to me as you always have, my child. Do you recall the times you knelt by your bed, your hands clasped, whispering for healing when the fever wouldn't break? Or when you stood at a graveside, asking me to hold the one you loved until you meet again? Every prayer reached my ears, and I am answering still, not always with the mending you see, but with the grace you feel, the courage that rises within you unbidden. Take my word into your hands, the stories of my people who walk through fire and flood with me, and let them light your way. I have said, fear not, for I am with you, and those words are yours to claim today. Seek those I have placed around you, my people, your brothers and sisters in faith, for I have woven them into your life like stars in the night sky, each one a gift to share your load. There is the friend who brings you soup when you're too weak to cook, the voice on the phone that prays with you through tears, the hand that grips yours in church as you sing my name. Do not shut your door to them, for I have sent them as my hands and feet. Gather with them, break bread together as I taught, lift your voices in songs of praise, and you will feel my strength flowing through their love into your weary bones. I will make you like a tree planted by streams of water, its roots sinking deep, its leaves never withering, even when the heat of trial blazes fierce. Picture the mightiest oak, standing firm through winter's frost. Its branches may bend, but its heart endures, ready to bloom when spring returns. So it is with you, my child. The years may weary you, the losses may prune you, the struggles may test you, but I am your living water, nourishing you from beneath the soil. I steady your trunk when the gales blow. I shield your leaves from the scorching sun, and I promise you this: you will stand tall, bearing fruit for my glory, a living testament to my faithfulness. When the snake of despair strikes, when pain flares or solitude weighs heavy, do not let it coil around your hope. Call on me saying, Jesus, my Savior, hold me fast, and I will be your refuge. Lift your eyes to the hills. Where does your help come from? From me, the maker of all things, who formed you in love and will not let you go. Hold fast to my promises, Sing my praise even through trembling lips, and I will be your shield against every dart, your song in the deepest night. I see the evening you sat alone, the television flickering but your heart far away, and yet a verse from long ago, "The Lord is my shepherd," came to mind unbidden. I see the Sunday you dragged yourself to church, your body frail, but a sister's arm around you felt like mine. These are not mere moments, but my invitations to trust deeper, to root yourself in me. Like a river carving through stone, my love shapes you through every trial, making you stronger than you know. When doubt whispers, hum a song of my goodness, amazing grace, or how great thou art, and let it anchor you. When you feel weak, place my word by your side, open to my promise. I am your strength and your song, and read until my peace fills you. And now, my child, as you stand firm in me, I am preparing a new season for you. Let me lead you from this strength into the fullness of my promise, a renewal, a hope, a future bathed in my light. Hear me as I call you forward. My precious child, lift your eyes to me, for I am clearing your path even now. The barriers that once stood tall, those walls of fear, of pain, of isolation, are falling before my might. The doubts that clouded your mind, whispering that your best days are gone, are fading like mist before the morning sun. The heaviness in your soul, that burden you've carried through sleepless nights and tear-stained days, is lifting, for I am taking it upon myself. I am making all things new for you, my beloved. I have seen your patience, your kindness, your trust in me, even through the fiercest storms. I watched you rise each morning, though your body ached, to whisper my name in faith. I saw you extend a trembling hand to help another, even when your own heart was breaking. I heard your prayers through the years, soft cries for strength, for healing, for one more day to shine my light, and they have moved me. Now, I say to you with all the love of heaven, your time of abundance is near, a season of joy I have prepared just for you. I will open doors where walls once stood, pathways you thought were lost forever. Perhaps it will be a visit from a child long distant, their voice filling your home with laughter again. Or a morning when you wake with a strength you'd forgotten, my healing touch renewing your frame. I will bring joy where sorrow lingered, moments of song and celebration where once there were only echoes of silence. Picture it, my child. The table surrounded once more, the garden blooming under your care, the peace that settles deep in your bones like a river flowing free. I will draw to you those who truly love you, who will walk with you in my light. No longer will you face the days alone, for I am gathering my people around you, friends who see your worth, voices that lift you up, hands that hold yours when the road is rough. I see the widow who shares your pew, the neighbor who knows your story, the young one whose eyes light up at your wisdom, and I am binding them to you in love. Together, you will reflect my glory, a family forged not just by blood, but by my spirit. For I am your rock, your refuge, the one who began a good work in you and will carry it to completion. Think back, my child, every trial you've endured, every tear you've shed, every step you've taken with me has been building toward this moment. I have not brought you this far to leave you. Like a potter shapes the clay, I have molded you through the fire and the water, and now I am unveiling the beauty I always saw within you. Rest in me, for your future is secure in my hands, a tapestry of hope I've woven with threads of grace. Do you feel it, my beloved? The shift is coming, the air growing lighter, the horizon glowing with promise. I am the one who turns mourning into dancing, who trades ashes for a crown of beauty. Where sickness once held sway, I will bring wholeness. Where loss carved an empty space, I will fill it with my presence. Where loneliness reigned, I will reign with love. You have walked through the valley, but I am leading you to green pastures, to a place where your soul will sing. Surely goodness and mercy will follow me all the days of my life. Stand tall in this truth, my child. You are not finished, not forsaken, not frail in my eyes. I see you as my masterpiece, strong in faith, radiant with hope, alive with my love. The years behind you are but a prelude to the wonders ahead, days of purpose, nights of peace, eternities of joy in my embrace. I am your Alpha and Omega, your beginning and your end, and I declare over you now, the best is yet to come, for I am with you always, and my promises will never fail. I see the day your grandchild knocks on your door, their smile a gift I've sent to brighten your heart. I see the afternoon you walk outside, the breeze carrying away your weariness as my creation sings to you. I see the evening when a friend sits beside you, sharing stories of my goodness, and you feel my warmth in their words. These are not dreams, but glimpses of what I am crafting for you, like a shepherd leading his flock to rest. I am guiding you to a place where every wound becomes a scar of victory, every sorrow a seed of joy. When the old fears try to return, lift your voice and say, "My God is faithful," and watch me prove it true. When the night feels cold, wrap yourself in my promise. I will never leave you, and rest in the certainty of my nearness. My child, from the moment I called you, through every struggle I've named, every strength I've given, I have been leading you here, to this hope, this renewal, this unshakable truth. You are mine, and I am yours, forever.